Hi guys, welcome back to another podcast video. Here I am back with another video, so you know what that means. I need someone to talk to. Do you just have moments where all of a sudden you feel sad and there's no reason behind it? Today is currently May 31st. Happy May 31st. I hope you don't mind my hair. It's kind of crazy right now. I just took a shower and then used my Dyson dupe and I pin curled it, so now it's kind of crazy. I hope it dies down. Ever since therapy at 3, you were talking about some stuff and it wasn't even anything heavy or deep, but just even talking about it was tough for me. And when she brought it up, I wanted to cry, but I held myself back. And then fast forward, I was putting on my moisturizer and my eyes were starting to get watery and I started to get sad. When you face something, it opens up a lot of wounds that you didn't know that you had. And now I'm faced with those wounds, and now I have to face it. It's a difficult process for me right now. If you're all curious, the trigger is literally my management strategy class. Like, it's being in that class, I get anxious, I worry how I'm perceived, that I feel stupid in that class, that I feel seen by the teacher and by my peers. As I evolved and continue going to therapy, I know I'm gonna have to do hard things. So now I'm sad. And then I don't know what to do with it. Well, supposedly I'm supposed to sit with it and allow myself to be sad. When I feel these certain emotions, it feels like I forget who I am. But you know what's consistent? It's my love for music, my love for being vulnerable. The thing is, I have a hard time being vulnerable to people, real people. But here on the internet, I don't know you guys, and you guys don't 100% know me. But knowing that I'm able to talk to someone, and knowing that a stranger might watch these videos and maybe resonate with me, it helps. Yeah, I don't really have anything inspiring to say. I just wanted to be a little bit vulnerable here, kind of show my process of where I'm at in this therapy journey, and how I'm sad and a little bit scared. That's all I have to say for now. Maybe this is part 1 of this video, and then I'll do another part 2 of this video because I'm not giving y'all much. Yeah. Hi, I am back with the same video, but days have passed. It's April 2nd. Happy April. We're in the 4th month of the year, January, February, March, April, the quarter of the year done. And not gonna lie, I've spent it being anxious. Today, I woke up feeling a little sad, and I feel I'm kind of having the symptoms of depression. You guys want to know an insecurity of mine? I'll tell you guys an insecurity of mine. I have multiple. One of them is the fact that my face, certain angles, you can see that I have a double chin, and there's like extra fat under my chin. Like, I see the fat right here. It's like not cute to me. And then another thing is lines, my neck lines. The main cause is the way I look at my screen. I notice when I turn a certain way, like, it folds into my neck and it creates lines, and then the longer I stay in that position, the more prominent these lines will look. I think it's the other reason is my sleep position, and if you sleep a certain way, it'll make the lines more prominent. So that's why I've been trying to sleep not like this, but like straight. Yeah, those are my 2 main insecurities that I see on a daily basis because I look at myself on a daily basis. Another thing, physical appearance wise, I just recently, like last year, I noticed that people can see my scalp when they look in the back of my head. There's like parts of my head where there's not as much hair. So I've been trying to work on my hair growth journey. There's that. So I thought for this part of the video I'm going to do my makeup. It feels like ever since this year started I've had more bad days than good days, and because of that it's hard to remember the good days. I think it's easier for my brain to clump the majority of the days that I experience and then forget about the good days. But then ever since after therapy I've been kind of mentally going through it. The first clip that you saw, you kind of saw that I was sad because she kind of opened up a wound. Right now I can feel the inner sadness, but I'm able to go on about my day. It's so difficult. I don't think I do a good job at sitting with my emotions. I do better at wanting to figure out why I have these certain feelings. But recently I'm learning maybe that's not the right way to go about things, figuring out why you feel a certain way instead of just allowing yourself to feel it. And I like to think that I am allowing myself to feel this, but I think my logical side wants to figure out like why and how can I fix this emotion right now. So if I let my logical side take over, it's saying the main cause of this is probably because you're burnt out from school and you want to be done with it. So I'm wondering, once I'm done with school, will that fix my problems? That probably isn't the case yet. I can't help but wonder if I'll feel a little bit better once I graduate from school. I'm literally counting down the days. Like, I don't even care what the future has in store for me. I just want my college life to be done. I find it so crazy how I literally did a 180 in how I feel. I'm grateful for college, for what it taught me. I think I realize my potential, and I think it's the starting point of kind of cultivating that potential. Sometimes I feel I'm late in life, that figuring out who I am at the age of 23 is late, but it really isn't. One good thing that recently improved is my thoughts about people. My brain tends to hone in on people I find intriguing, even though I barely had any interactions with them. But I've noticed that those thoughts about those certain people have lessened, and now I'm able to kind of fully focus on me when it comes to the way I think. I deactivated my Instagram account and I started feeling like, no, I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready to deactivate it. Allow people. The reason why I even deactivated it in the first place is because, one, when I look at people's stories or I just see their lives, or when I see my close friends' lives through the perspective of social media, it just kind of makes me, it causes me to spiral. Like, do I really need to know what they're doing an hour ago that they were at the cafe? In hindsight, it's not that big of a deal. Like, they're just sharing their life on the internet. But to me, I think I put too much meaning into it, and I can't view it so casually. There's moments throughout my day where one moment I feel like sad and depressed, which is how I felt this morning. I stayed in bed. The first thing I've been doing for the past 32 days is go on my iPad and go on YouTube and refresh and look for YouTube videos. I recently found out there is a trial going on for YouTube and Mark Zuckerberg for creating an addiction. YouTube is it the right time, like lawsuit? They're going through a trial for knowing that the fact that their platforms are causing addiction. And I'm like, oh, do I have a YouTube addiction? I think I do. I'm literally filming for YouTube right now. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying, I woke up feeling a bit sad. I stayed in bed for about an hour. I didn't really want to eat or take care of myself, but I ended up eating something. I still struggle with taking care of myself and trying to eat, So let's talk about positives. Positives is I most likely am gonna graduate with a good GPA, that I'm going to New York with my cousin and her friend for the weekend. How privileged I am to even be able to spend that much money. We're only gonna be there for a day and a half, and it cost $557. So I'm grateful that I'm able to even pay for my own ticket due to saving up. I'm grateful that I'm able to kind of slow down once I graduate. Technically I'm already slowing down. I haven't really put in that much effort and work in my studies. The motto for this year is mental health, because I really was so triggered. It just mind boggles me how that trigger is affecting my everyday life. Another positive is I'm healthy. I think we take our health for granted. We're able to wake up every day. Most people don't even have the 5 senses. Like yesterday on campus, I saw 2 people with the sticks, indicating that they're blind. The fact though that we have these 5 senses, we're able to move about our lives, be independent. And independence is something that I value so much. Now that I have more free time with me not caring about school, so with this free time, I've kind of just been rotting, kind of going on YouTube a bit more frequently, but also being able to read and edit and kind of make these fun little podcast videos. I think I'm more active on my podcast video than I am on my main. It's just more fun being real with y'all just by talking. If y'all wanted an informative video, I'm sorry that you didn't get it from this video, but I still hope you guys kind of found some sort of entertainment from it. Honestly, I'm not in the right headspace, but I wanted some sort of company, and you guys have been that sort of company for me, so thank you for just being there. Thank you for my camera, for being my friend. Thank you for the person behind the screen. Life is indeed worth living, despite the hard days, the hard months, our triggers, being uncomfortable. But we digress, right? We digress in this little world because time doesn't stop for us. I'm sure things will work out for you, for me, for everyone. Let's just keep on swimming, gangsters. Let's keep on swimming. This is my final look. Let me brush out my hair. I'm gonna use my brush and brush out the ends a bit. But yeah, this is what the final product looks like for the most part. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay guys. Hi, welcome back. You're still watching the same video, but some time has passed, so it's welcome back for me. So in the last clip you saw, I was sad. I'm still feeling the lingering sadness. I don't think it's ever gone away ever since this year started. So 2026 Fire Horse year is definitely a year of progress for me, not my peak, but I think that's part of life. I know it's part of life. Oh, I'm awesome, by the way. I'm on the floor in my closet. I love my closet. It's very tiny, but I love sitting on the floor. If y'all haven't sat on the floor, like laid on the floor, I really recommend it because I find it grounding, just touching the ground. And if it's possible, if y'all have a nice backyard, I recommend laying in the backyard, touching grass, because nature can do wonders for you. Going back to my management strategy topic, we have a group project and I'm in a group me with my group project, and I remember the team leader emailed everyone in the group for the group project, and that made me feel maximum anxiety. I remember I was outside at a cafe place and I saw the email and I just like started getting anxious. Now the idea of working in a group project doesn't cause me as much anxiety. If you guys have been sticking up to me, staying updated with me, I have not been going to any of the in-person classes. Like I said, it was such a big trigger of mine. Speaking of triggers, my other main trigger was last summer, and it was when I was doing my double date with my best friend. Like dating, the act of dating and like putting myself out there is so uncomfortable for me. I don't do well in class settings. I wish I could figure out why I don't do well in class settings. Maybe I think it's the pressure to perform, the pressure to be perfect, the pressure to be academically smart when I feel dumb, and it's a problem of mine. And in therapy, my therapist was saying, she didn't directly say it, but she was basically saying how I overthink. The fact that I was wired that way, and that's how I've been thinking all throughout my life, and her kind of validating that I am overthinking, especially because she's from an outside source and she has the credentials to say that I'm actually overthinking, it validated me. I really only have one best friend, and with that changing, I already feel like I'm kind of on my own in a sense. It's kind of forcing me to face my emotions, face my struggles, because I really didn't have the opportunity to face them when my sole focus was kind of like having fun, living my life a little bit. And now I feel like I'm facing reality in a sense. It kind of goes hand in hand with what I've been journaling. Maybe I'll read my journal. Okay, let's read. April 1st, 2026, and I wrote this at 12:15 p.m. Yesterday I had therapy and it was one of the toughest. I felt like my body experienced some anxiety. So far through this journey, I'm learning the importance of communication. I knew it was good, but it is something that will better my life if I practice. I still don't understand why that class is such a struggle for me. The thought of going to it makes me want to cry. How can I be okay with being seen if I struggle going to class, showing up? It seems I deal with anxiety more than I thought I do. I truly didn't think this was how my last semester of college would go. Burnt out, hermit's era, sad, anxious, good days, in therapy, like what the fuck. She said journaling can help to slow down my thoughts, and when I read back on it, I can reframe certain thoughts. One worry is going to my class. How he will ask me something and I'll mess up. Reframe, ... So I'll show up. That is a feat in itself. If he asks a question, as long as I try, that's good enough. If I mess up, it will be over before I know it. It doesn't change my self-worth. Today I don't have it in me to do much, and that's okay. Yesterday night I opened up my main Instagram again just to show myself I can. If people look, they will look. I'm a bit sad today. It's like yesterday opened up a wound I'm not sure how to deal with. Every time I leave therapy, it just makes me think. It makes me think how I need it more than I thought I did. And I'm really in this era in my life. I'm kind of forced to face my struggles that I've been hiding within me for years now. Obviously, this is going to be a tough journey for me, and it's going to be a long-winded one. 2026 just happens to be the start of my mental health, like truly deep dive self-improvement era. I just have a hard time accepting that in order to have a long-term solution, I'm gonna need to do the wise decision is to go baby steps. And I don't think I've ever tried that before. I don't think I've ever done baby steps. One, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, but I think that's okay. Two, I am grateful for my life right now. I just have a hard time holding two truths at once. Like, I'm feeling all this, but I could still be grateful for a roof over my head, for my mom financially kind of supporting me, for having a part-time job, having my own tiny income to buy things like clothes and food without having to ask my mom for money. Because I live with my parents, I don't have to pay for apartment. But at the same time, if I did live on my own in an apartment, I would have a different experience than I do now. This is like legit how my brain works, or how I think, and I wonder if this is overthinking. I'm gonna refer to my therapist a lot, okay? I hope y'all don't mind, because I take her advice really seriously. I want to figure myself out, and I have an idea, but I don't think I 100% know who I am. I know that I'm introverted, or I know I recharge being by myself. I know I have a hard time getting out of my comfort zone. I'm risk averse. I know that I enjoy reading. I know I enjoy music. I know I enjoy the arts. I know that I enjoy philosophy. I enjoy thinking about life. I enjoy having deep, meaningful talks. My love language is quality time. So there's like things, aspects like that where I know like this podcast is like my genuine self, my real self. Just talking to a camera helps. Little by little, more than I give myself credit for, I am improving little by little. And I believe you guys are improving little by little, more than you guys realize or more than you guys know. We are our own biggest critic. If there's a situation that's been bothering you, ask yourself, what do I want out of this situation? Like, for example, the fact that my relationship with my best friend has been changing. My therapist asked, like, what do you want with this relationship with your friend going onwards from now? And that's such a simple question, but I don't think we ask ourselves what we want out of this often. And I think it's an important question to ask yourself to figure out exactly how to go on with your next steps, knowing that's what you want. Does it make sense? You guys. So that's how I've been. That's how I've been. At least I don't seem as sad as I was in the first clip. Right now I feel put together. I feel decent. I feel okay. I'm still struggling. But thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Love y'all.